welcome back to Orland, everyone. New year, new games, new adventures. I am the Haven Master here to guide our intrepid adventurers on their journey to defeating the Raven King.
Ooh, Raven King.
Now, for those of you who haven't been following along, we find ourselves in the mystical library of the Order of Pathos. It's been a hot minute, and our adventurers have been researching and training and learning new skills. Now, we find ourselves in the library. You've all been there for quite a bit of time, as time here doesn't necessarily flow the exact same way as it does out in the real world. With that, you have garnered some new skills, some new proficiencies, and you've all gotten a new toy. So, we're going to start off with some introductions for those joining us now. We'll start with you, Mr. Tormy.
Hi. Everybody around here calls me Tormy. In game, everybody knows my character as my name's Junker. I'm here to help make things go a lot smoother, fix things up, and well, when everything else is going to shit, blow shit up.
Good deal, good deal. Next, we have the lovely Miss Brenna.
Oh, you already said my name. I go by Bree, though. And my character for this campaign is the lovely and very dangerous Lori. And she's a bunny.
Bunny,
She's
bunny.
a very adorable bunny who is pretty... I'd say she's pretty good at slicing people.
And we have the ever so amazing Cerberus with us as well.
What's up, everybody? I'm Serby. I am playing Drackery, the investigator that always pisses off Tyler.
As one should.
Oh, need every deck save. Wait, you're a rogue. Shit. All right. And then, of course, joining us, we have our resident tech guy and recording person, the Bunbarian.
Bunbarian.
You were muted there, Cody.
Bunbarian.
Are you gonna talk?
I don't know if he is or not.
Yeah, I would be, except the toddler is being very obnoxious for some reason. It's almost like he's drunk.
He's a toddler. That's what they do.
Yeah, I'm also missing the rest of my fireball, too.
Oof.
Anyway. I don't even know what to say about Tarek. He's a barbarian bunny who can now fly.
Who can now fly?
Yep. We can't fly. Thank you, Tyler.
I'm intrigued as to how he can fly. We'll get into that later, though.
Lori's gonna have fun with that one. She's gonna end up having to tie him to the fucking floor.
He has shoved a broom up his... No, we're not going there.
Hey, wait a minute. No. Only Lori can shove things up there.
Where do you...
Oh, yeah?
Shove it up there.
Lori wouldn't shove something up there.
He got very angry because he went like a week without going back to the room and instead decided to drink.
And now he can sweep up behind us as we walk.
Yeah, she would do that. She would shove a broom up his ass.
Anyway, we begin our adventure, as I said, in the library. You guys have all been doing your thing. When you're all summoned into the conference room, I guess you could call it, you all take your seats, and Killian is standing in front of you all once again. He turns to each of you and he says, I hope the training has prepared you. For now, we are sending you to a place of,
Is it our death?
shall we say, less than scrupulous morals. One of the more well-to-do townsfolk has gone missing. We'd like you to investigate, figure out where they went, and if possible, save them and retrieve them and bring them back here where we can keep them safe.
Can I just sell them in the black market?
I'll just investigate passively, and it'll be done in like 5 minutes.
With
There we
that,
go.
he then says, as always, you will be compensated. But
Of
for
course
now,
we will.
rest up. You leave at dawn.
Why
Your
dawn?
destination?
Do you really
Wow.
want to be leaving at night, though?
But why dawn? Why not like a little bit later? Like, once the sun's rose?
Wasting daylight for travel?
I need beauty sleep.
Go to sleep earlier.
You don't need beauty sleep, babe. You're beautiful as long as you're awake.
You're still in the doghouse, so.
Your destination, he continues on, is Shadows Bay on the Isle of Torcathos.
Doesn't sound like a fun place.
Didn't we just come back from there?
Different island.
Oh.
Chateau's Bay is, if I'm not mistaken, Shadows Bay is the pirate city.
You're quite right.
So, was this place named before or after all the bad stuff was happening?
For
So, y'all just decided to ominously name a city Shadow Bay.
They didn't do it. Also, like, you do got to be a little bit more specific. Bad times come and go throughout history. This is just the latest one.
Okay,
Quite
well,
right.
they were just asking for this place to go downhill.
It never went uphill.
Could have, if they would have given it a better name.
I mean, it's a port city known for slavers, drug trafficking, thievery.
I mean, I out of character, I know the place.
And for this, we're sending a healer with a gun.
I'm an angel with a shotgun.
I can think of no better group. Now, as I said, go, rest up. You leave at dawn. You have a few hours before night is to descend. Is anybody in the party wanting to venture back out into the city to procure any items you may need?
I think we're pretty set.
Let me check. Yeah, I'm good.
I've got so much healing.
Okay.
Certainly got healing down. Let me just double check a thing.
Memory.
Well, if there is nothing no one needs to get, we'll just go ahead and time skip to when you are all leaving. Dawn has arrived. You all get up, gather your things, get ready.
Lori is extremely grouchy.
And as you all load into the wagon, you are taken to the port where you board a ship.
Ah, joy. Water.
On board, you are told it will take approximately 1 day of travel to get from the port in Altessi to the port in Shadows Bay.
I would just like to take this time to announce that Lori gets seasick.
Well, then I guess the little bunny better take a stomach relaxer.
I don't have any.
We happen to know how much a very particular item is, just so that I can go like, yes, I have enough. I'll take that. No, I don't.
What's the item?
Amulet of Health.
I can look it
That is
up.
worth 10 million gold.
No, it was like 2,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, obviously, y'all didn't get my joke, but okay.
Yeah, I got you.
10 million bajillion quadrillion dollars.
All I heard was from Cody. I mean, that's what I normally hear anyway, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it this way.
Nothing from nobody? Okay.
Da, da, da. Said it was the Amulet of Health.
The where is it? Yes, Amulet of Health. The blue item that makes your Constitution 19.
It is
Oh, that's different than the one I was thinking of.
Amulet of Health is 11,000.
Damn. Okay, can't afford it right now. Oh well. Soon.
All right.
Ooh.
2,000 off. Well,
Go.
1,500 off.
I'll give you 1,500. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Well, isn't that very generous? I still want my damn dog to ride around on.
I mean,
So with that,
I
are you wanting to stop and get it on your way?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you go to Caro's shop. Go in, the attendant asks what it is you are wanting. Let them know you now own an Amulet of Health.
Thank you very much. It will do great things for our cause.
Best of luck on your journeys ahead as you all leave. Now, like I said, it takes about a day's journey to get from the port in Altessi to the port in Shadows Bay. Is there anything you want to do while you are on your fun little boat ride?
We're on a boat. What can we do?
I don't know. You can ask around, ask if anybody knows anything about the place you're going. There's plenty of things to do on ship.
Sure, I'll start investigating.
Lori is throwing up over the side of the boat, so she's useless.
Oof.
Why not?
Okay. So you're gonna wander around, talk to some of the crew and all that. What is it you particularly are wanting to know?
Anything that could be useful to us. What they know, what everybody knows about Shadow Bay, um, or this person that we're looking for. Maybe they've heard of them before.
So, as far as Shadows Bay is concerned, as I said, Shadows Bay is located on the very easternmost coast of the Isle of Tortassas. It is a centuries old city that serves as a hub for some of the most prolific crime syndicates in existence.
Drugs, sex, and more drugs.
So people that I've probably put away before, which is
Probably.
means this is gonna be bad for me.
The crew tells you that Shadows Bay has long been known as a den of thieves, slavers, traffickers of all kinds, and that while there is a outward appearance of maintaining law and order, if you know the right people to talk to, you can easily find the underground, the black market, as it were. And there's really only one rule that is upheld above all others, and that is don't cause trouble, and there won't be trouble.
All right, I'm screwed.
Y'all are gonna have to keep an eye out on Lori because she's kind of naive.
Now,
I mean,
as
I'm gonna
to
see everything that happens around us. That's not a big deal.
She's not the smartest when it comes to crap like this. She was raised in the middle of nowhere.
now, as to your second question, the person that is missing is one of the wealthier traders who calls the Isle their home. Because Shadows Bay is not the only city there, it's just the only port, I should say. Otherwise, the only other real way of getting there is by flight. This person, as I said, is rather wealthy, but no one really knows as to why they were taken because in this city, money buys anything you could possibly want if you have enough of it.
Do we not know the person's name that's missing?
Nope. The crew thinks it's this trader who goes by the name of Lorik.
Wait, they didn't give us the name?
How the hell are we supposed to find someone when we don't know their name?
So, as I said, the The crew believes it is this traitor. He goes by the name of Lorik, which sounds like the name that was given to you from the Order. They only believe it to be them. They are not 100% sure. That's where your group comes in.
So what I'm hearing is we're true detectives today.
Sense.
I've always been a true detective.
Nope.
What are you talking about?
Okay, well now
Today.
the others have to join in and help.
So what I'm hearing is we're going to walk in, we're going to ask if we can see all of their kidnapped people, and then we're going to line them up and go, "What's your name?"
Yes.
Can
And then
is
hope
that
no
your
one
chance
stabs
to
you in the
see
back.
all your rich kidnapped people?
Now.
So as I am investigating this, I'm also kind of investigating the sailors on our boat.
Okay. What are you
Not
keeping an eye out for?
making sure none of them are with any of these syndicates, or you know, hmm,
As far as you can tell, they all bear the crest of the Altessian Navy.
okay,
None
all
of
right,
them are giving off any vibes of they may be, double dipping in the pool, that they may be up to anything shady. They're essentially giving off the vibe of sailor through and through.
gotcha. Okay, I I I know I can be paranoid sometimes, but I
Nah,
always have
paranoia
to
keeps you safe, keeps you alive.
Yeah, I was about to say
exactly,
that's a good thing.
and
Anybody
especially
else?
going into a place like this that could be very bad for me.
Right.
I've only been sold in a place like this once.
Just once, really? Surely I thought you would have been a few more times than that.
I learned after the first time.
And now
All
it's
right.
saying avoid like the plague. All right. Anybody else?
Lori's too busy heaving up her lunch.
The Barbarian's too busy holding her ears out of her mouth.
She does have really long ears.
Okay. Well, as you're sailing across the waters, everything seems relatively mundane. But as you see Shadow's Bay come into view,
I immediately put my hood up.
okay? As you see it come into view, everything surrounding the city seems to be slightly ominous, but the buildings you can see seem almost too perfect in the sense that the people of this city don't want anyone who may come to visit know about anything else that goes on. Keep the information in the family, as it were. Your ship docks at the port. As you all offload,
We are immediately kidnapped.
you are approached by a man.
Everything has disadvantage to see me.
You are approached by a man who is wearing a sigil type badge. And he calls himself the Harbor Master. He approaches Junker. How many in your group?
There be about 4 heading ashore. I believe the rest of the dock is, or the rest of the crew are doing the other business here.
All right. That'll be 60 gold pieces for the entrance tax.
I look to the rest of my party.
Tarek just throws 60 gold at the dude in a little pouch.
He takes it. You see him write on 4 separate slips of paper. He tears them off. He hands all 4 to Junker and he says, "Keep those on you. You get caught without them, means you're here illegally, and you get thrown in prison and possibly sold off."
Sold off?
Understood.
There's just a
Immediately,
minor
there's one
chuckle.
less piece of paper in his hand.
There's just a minor chuckle from the barbarian.
I just hand the Bumbarian the other 2 tickets and put mine away.
After, he's handed you those slips, he walks onto the ship, goes up to the captain, and they start talking and everything as you guys are, walking off into the city. So this is where I leave it to you guys. What do you want to do first?
Well, we know that Drackery is going to be constantly investigating.
I casually rub at my eyes to activate detect magic, and I pull the new goggles over my eyes so people can't tell what's going on back there.
Okay. Drackery, as I said on the ship, now that you're actually in the city, everything just seems to be in its place and so well organized that it's almost that it is very suspicious. Like something's being purposefully hidden from anyone
Course it
who isn't a native of this city.
I'll be
Junker.
back in like 10 seconds.
Okay.
So as we're moving through the city, I will constantly be on guard, watching everything.
And as you're walking through the city, passing alleys and everything, you can see like backdoor deals going on and people just kind of talking to themselves. And as you're walking past one specific alley, Lori,
Oh no.
a gentleman just kind of jumps in front of you.
Oh dear.
"Hey, you look like you're looking for a good time. Anything I can interest in?" And he just pulls that stereotypical, opens his coat thing, and you just see like knives and daggers and pouches of like powder and substances just all neatly kind of coalesced and
Oh
hanging
my.
there.
Oh. No.
No,
Hearing the word, ooh, excuse me. At hearing the word no, he just kind of eyes you up and down, Lori, and then just shrugs, closes his jacket, and wanders back into the alley. Are you?
Well, I've had enough of
This
this.
is not my town.
I have
can't.
returned.
Okay,
I
so
want to go home.
with you having activated detect magic, you're not really seeing anything except like the faint glow of like weapons and things that people are carrying around.
Fair.
Nothing.
I'm ready to go home.
If you look at us, we'll probably light up like
Oh.
Christmas trees.
We are Christmas trees. There's another reason to keep this up and constantly, or be casting it every 9 minutes, is so that I can tell when somebody else can tell that we are heavily magical.
If they get suspicious,
Oh,
I'll know.
it's magic.
I mean, we still have the earrings, so we can have conversations in our heads.
Hmm.
But
As you guys are walking through the city, you all immediately get this eerie feeling that you're being watched. And as you subtly scan, like the rooftops and, the streets and the windows and things, Drackery, you catch what looks to be the slightest movement of someone drawing a curtain.
Fuck. We're about to be ambushed. I say that through our earrings, so that not out loud.
Right.
Everybody needs to be on point. We're about to be ambushed.
Derek just starts playing with one of his great axes.
Sure enough, as you guys finally cross into the city square,
Drackery goes invisible.
a lone figure is at the fountain. And he just kind of looks at the members of your party that he can see for a brief moment. And then his eyes go back to looking at the fountain, but you see him kind of raise his hand and just kind of subtly gesture to your group to come over. So what do?
I walk on over.
You said you avoid stuff like this in this town.
Derek follows.
Well, I guess Lori's gonna follow because her husband went over there, so she's gonna stick by his side.
As you approach,
This is how she gets kidnapped.
this gentleman, he
Besides gentlemen so much.
in let's see.
In true stalker fashion.
He says something that none of you really understand except for you, Drackery, and you recognize it immediately.
Thieves
as
can't.
thieves can't.
Yep.
And he simply says, "I'd be wary of the rooftops." And after he says that, he stands up and just kind of wanders away, but sitting on the edge of the fountain, there is a small slip of paper.
It disappears.
I'm assuming you picked it up then?
Yes.
So as you're reading it, it just says an address, and then it says midnight.
I'll let everybody know through the earring.
I feel like drinking. How about you?
I feel like going home.
Do you really want to get back on the boat?
But I don't want to be here. It's a
You'll
lose-lose
be,
situation.
you'll be fine.
Yes. Need
Listen,
need alcohol.
Laurie, you're not the one that's gonna get kidnapped if it's gonna be one of us.
Yeah,
Well,
see,
if
that
it's
doesn't make
you,
me
just
feel any
open your
better.
coat. We'll all jump in and go together. They can't keep us all down, damn it.
You should know better than to say that to me, Cody.
It doesn't make me feel any better.
We'll come up with some bullshit.
Well, let's find a good tavern.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea.
Luckily for you guys, you're on the city square. There are taverns galore. They all range from looking somewhat run down, but still, matching the almost perfect aura that the rest of the city gives off, to they look like you have to carry at least a good 40 or 50 platinum on you at any given time to enjoy a drink there. So all you gotta do is pick one.
Yeah, just pick one. It's not that hard. You're walking into
The
certain
the
death.
the one that looks the worst. We'll go for that one.
Fair enough. So you guys head in the direction of what's known as the Salty Dog Tavern.
Oh.
As you walk in, the room's not completely full, but it's not empty. It's got a fair amount of people in it. All of them sitting at like the bar or at tables. There are barmaids wandering around, handing out rounds. Some are even eating. And as you walk in, scanning this room, you can see that there are about 4 or 5 empty tables and 3 or 4 empty seats at the rail. Where are you going?
Table at the edge of the room.
Okay. So you go to this table. It's not quite not quite at the edge of the room, as that grouping of tables was already taken. But it's also far enough out of the way that you're able to sit and have a conversation without any real prying ears listening in. And as you're,
It's a
examining the room, you actually notice that it's purposefully designed like that. That without the aid of magic, there is enough space between tables that no one can really listen in without making it obvious.
It's all right. We can have important conversations in our heads.
While having inane ones out loud.
Exactly.
That's too much to comprehend.
As you sit down, a barmaid comes up to you. This lovely looking elf girl. Brown long brown hair, nice cerulean eyes, smile on her face. She just looks at you all and she says, "Welcome. What can I get for you?"
I'd say probably a round of your mediumest ale.
Mediumist.
Mediumist. All right, she says, coming right up. See her wander up to the rail, exchange a few words with the bartender, and he puts 4 glasses on a tray for her. She comes back, hands them all down, and says, "Now, will you be paying in advance or running a tab?"
How
Run us
much
a
is
tab.
just off the how much is just one round in this particular establishment?
Oh, for the 4 of you, it'd only be about, see, with what you got, about 16 copper.
Run us a
Run
tab.
us a tab.
We'll keep you in business.
I
Keep you
could
in
do that on
business.
I could do that on my own.
We appreciate it.
That is not what you'd say to a
Can
barkeeper.
can
We'll keep you in
I
business.
can I get a glass of water too?
Of course. Anyone else?
Lori just kind of raises her hands very shyly.
Not a problem. Goes back, comes back with the waters, sets them down, and just says, "If you need anything, just flag me down, and I'll come rushing right over." Wanders away to go take care of the other guests.
So which one of you are drinking mine?
Tarek just slides his hand
Which
over
one
and
of you are
grabs
drinking
hers.
mine?
And Tarek just slides his hand over.
I want to
Just
test out.
That's so funny.
I want to test out my amulets. Give me one.
Tarek slides one over,
Whoop! There you go.
then just starts double fisting the 2 he's got.
through the earring, you hear Dracry say, "I need to keep a clear mind here."
I'll be fine.
I'm testing out a pair of magical items that I've yet to actually put to the test. So the down one, the one of the medallions around my neck just starts to flare as the medallion of the drunkard starts trying to heal the no damage that I have on me.
Nice.
Hey, give that to the Bunbarian. That actually will come in handy for him.
Will come in handy for all of us.
Besides me, I don't drink.
Oh,
All
I
right.
drink, and I really want to drink right now. But
Okay, I know
I
exactly how this tastes.
no.
I know exactly how this tastes, and I know how to get enough water and how to make it taste exactly like this.
Wait, do you have a spoon?
Oh, why do you need a spoon?
I just recently built a spoon for this.
Why you built a spoon?
Oh,
Come here. What? Have you ever had back in our main in our main city of port? Do you remember that the hot cocoa that's in the bar that we frequent?
Yes.
Give me your water.
She just slides it over with a very confused look on her face.
He flourishes a spoon out of his coat and then stirs her drink for a few seconds. Prestidigitation. It tastes exactly like it. Pushes it back over. Stirs it a little bit more. it's now warm like it, pushes it in front of her. No, try.
You're giving me the spoon.
I mean,
I
all
want
you
the
have to do is
spoon.
ask. You can always have it.
I want my own spoon.
It doesn't
Hence
last forever.
this
I want my own
master-
magical spoon.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Because
Right.
you won't always be around when because I mean we're not always going to be stuck together. And I'll even name it after you.
It has to be imbued every day,
Oh,
not a permanent item.
dang.
So
But the
as
Coke
you're
is
all
good.
sitting there, conversing,
About the spoon.
there are a couple eyes on your group. Not really looking at you menacingly or with some kind of like devious look. Just watching.
You're curious of why this group is just talking about a spoon.
You could say that.
I make eye contact.
They just kind of tilt their head a bit. You see them shrug, and then they just go back to their conversations. Now,
How bad the spoon won't work forever.
Tormy,
Yes.
I need a perception check.
I want my own magical spoon.
That is a 19.
You notice that you have this kind of itch in the back of your mind of a feeling you felt before. Not quite as potent, but it's a power that you feel like you've come into contact with at some point.
Yep, yo.
Recently, like the last half year,
Yes.
Yep, yo.
over the link. Am I the only one that's feeling that?
What?
Now that you've kind of brought it to everyone's attention, they can feel it too.
Retro
What?
Runker, where in
And it
rubble?
does what? What does it feel like?
It feels like it's a source of magic that you've come into contact with recently. Not as strong, but very familiar.
I want to see if I can figure out how I remember this.
Roll me a history check.
You
Quit
know, it's a good
stealing my
thing I
mouth.
just became proficient in history.
It's the only way I can control the
Let's
object
see.
before.
All right. 18.
You immediately you start thinking about it and immediately recall the trip to pick up the staff.
The trip to pick up the staff.
Staff of Istara.
I
The
seen
super
that through our
potent.
mental.
Why are we
Actually,
feeling?
I'm gonna have to explain it to you, sir, because I'm pretty sure you had to
missed
dip in the
that
middle of
one.
that game. Yeah. So
Okay.
essentially, the Staff of Istara is a magical staff that was made directly by Pathos, and it's essentially his power. And it kind of made Junker sick when he had his detect magic on around it.
I'll mention that through our mental link
But
through
it's
the
weak.
earring.
So it's either also in some sort of lockbox like the last one, or it's been diminished somehow. But
Like
I
someone used too much power out of it.
mean, well, magic items are very difficult to destroy, but they're not impossible to. And especially artifacts are more likely to be drained than destroyed.
Oh, okay, got you. I got you.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna take a heavy swig, and I'm probably not going to enjoy this as he actually tips back the mug and presses the goggles deep into his eyes to reactivate. And as he comes back down and the mug is half empty, he clacks it down on the table and starts trying to seek out trails.
As you're kind of just scanning everything, you don't see any trails. But what you do see, as if it's far off in the distance, is a tiny little speck.
Like towards land, towards sea.
Toward deeper into town.
Well, that's a thing. That's somewhere out in deeper into town. That's all coming from, and we can feel it from here. And it's detectable through the through solids. So it's not that it's weak; it's that it's far off.
That's not good.
And he blinks a couple of times, pulls the goggles up, and kills the detect magic. Cool.
What are you guys gonna do?
Without looking suspicious, is it possible for you to go looking into, I don't know, city record to find out where that address is that you found?
Oh,
See if it happens to be in the same general area that I'm pretty sure I picked up this.
ooh. That's a excellent idea. Uh, but I don't really have any pull here. I mean, we can request as you hear a few coins clink together. We can request the information or mm,
Herrick just kind of rubs his knuckles. I think we know that one.
Well,
either that
if
or
mem-
we
if
could
memory
ask.
serves, this place does run very heavily off of the almighty coin.
Yeah, they always do. All right.
And aw shucks, I seem to have run myself dry on coin. I'm less of a target this time.
Tarek's coin bag looks mighty heavy.
All right. I'll go. I can go ask, but I think we should all go.
You're not wrong.
Safety in
I'm
numbers.
not getting kidnapped for splitting the party. All right.
No. So, after
See, now you made me want to immediately let Laura get kidnapped.
don't do it.
I mean, I'm sure we could get that accomplished within 5 seconds.
I know you guys could.
Doesn't have to be all that difficult.
All you gotta do is say, "Hey, she wants to be kidnapped," and I'm sure someone in this place will kidnap you.
I mean, hey, that might lead us to the person that's missing.
It also very well couldn't.
Little fun experiments.
If you want to get sold into slavery, that's on you. I'm
Listen,
not.
I'm
Just
pretty
saying.
sure the Bunbarian wouldn't let that happen.
Just saying, that spoon's only gonna last for another 20 hours. You're not gonna want it to. You're not gonna want to get yourself stuck without that spoon, now will you?
I do like the spoon. Spoon.
Well, we've
All right, let's
learned
go.
we've learned her battle cry.
Spoon. For the spoon!
And we lost the DM.
Quickly raid the place.
Okay, so as you guys are sitting there after about 15 minutes, the barmaid comes back and asks if anyone would like another round.
Possible to get one for the road.
I'll take 2.
She looks at you and she says, "Aye, that can be done. It will be a bit more, though, as it comes with a complimentary flask."
Okay.
One for each of you, then?
Yes.
Comes back, brings you each brings you all 4 flasks filled with the ale. Is there anything else I can get for you?
No. How much do we owe you?
It'll be 36 copper.
36 copper. Okay. Let me see if I've got that many copper in my bag or if you're giving me change. I don't think you understand how much platinum he has out of character.
So it's paid for and everything. You guys get up. As you're all walking out the door, Drackery, you were the last to do so. But as you're crossing the threshold, out of the corner of your eye, you see the barkeep just kind of eyeing you.
Well, we don't like that.
And now, question: is your hood still up?
Yes.
Okay, so that That plays into what I was about to say. But he's just kind of eyeing your group. And just kind of narrows his eyes a bit and then just kind of shrugs it off. So you guys are now in the city. Where would you like to go?
City planning office. Surely there's got to be one. Every city works off of
I
paperwork.
think he means it like a city hall.
Same thing.
So as you guys are kind of wandering through the city, eventually you come upon this building that looks rather plain. But above the entryway, it has a placard that essentially reads out as City Planning Office.
I feel like this is a trap.
You feel like everything I do is a trap.
It usually is.
Mommy?
Fair. Anyways,
The only good thing to come out of the night so far is I got a spoon.
good lord. Are you guys going in?
Yes.
Hey,
I like me spoon.
you walk in and there's a reception desk, and then you can see there are like a couple hallways, each lined with doors on either side for various offices and things. And as you approach the receptionist, welcome to City Planning. What can I do for you?
I'm just looking for where to find out where an address is at. Can you point me to where I could find that?
He, not even lifting his head from the papers he's looking at, he says, "That be City Records. Down the hall on the left, third door on the right."
Head down the hall on the left to the third door on the right.
Just says, it has a window for you to look through, and you can just see several desks with people kind of milling about doing things. And you go and you open the door, and it just kind of squeaks just a tiny bit as if the hinges need oiled. And you just step through, and as you walk in, another receptionist greets you. "Welcome to City Records. What do you need?"
I'm looking for this address. I give her the address.
Takes it, looks at it for a second, hands it back to you, opens
I
a book.
tell her the address. I don't give her the piece of paper.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Kind of just nods, opens a book, starts flipping through it. "That would be the Thieves Guild. If you need directions," pulls out a map, marks the location on it, and hands it to you. "Just follow the directions on the map. You'll find it." And you can kind of tell that this receptionist is just over their job and doesn't really care. Just exhausted with everything.
I leave a flask on their desk.
They just kind of eye you for a minute, then eye the flask and grab it, and then just in full view of everyone, just shrugs and takes a swig and then sets it back down.
This
Consider it a tip.
receptionist is badass.
"Thank you.
I,
Anything else will be here."
I go ahead and set a second flask on the desk. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And we leave.
As I said, we'll be here until the 5th toll of the bell. Then waves you off. So you now know where you're going. Would you like to head there now, or are you waiting?
No, we're waiting. What time is it now? Because it took us the day to get here, so it's probably getting close to nightfall, right?
Yes.
Or just after nightfall?
Yes. As you are walking out of the building, you actually hear the bell toll 5 times, signaling the day is over as the
Good
sun
sleeping?
is
Good.
slowly setting.
We'll be here till 5 at 4:49.
Pretty much.
All right.
So yeah, you now have approximately 7 hours to play with.
Let's find
Shouldn't we just sleep
medium
on the ship?
in.
You're looking for an inn? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay.
Like middle of the road inn, nothing too fancy, nothing too run down.
Well, as you're leaving, you decide to find an inn. You pull out your map that was given to you. You see exactly where the Thieves Guild is marked. And you see that some of the buildings actually have labels telling you what they are. And you actually see, as you requested, kind of a middle of the road, out in the boonies, I should say, inn. As you walk there, it takes you about 30 minutes to get there from where you were. This is the first building you've seen that doesn't match the facade of the rest of the city.
I don't like that.
A hanging sign, just a picture of 3 knives in someone's back.
3 knives halfway in.
Yeah.
That's a trap.
You look
Yeah,
up and you see the sign, and no, it's not a person with 3 knives in their back. It's actually a picture of a dragon. Red Dragon Inn written underneath it.
I don't feel safe staying at a place with a dragon on it.
when you say this is the first building that doesn't look like the rest of the city, what do you mean by that?
So
It's not
made of
trying.
gold. It's completely made out of gold.
it's not completely made out of gold, but that would be amusing. That would also
That would be some pathos
very
level.
expensive place to stay.
Yeah, no kidding.
When I say it doesn't match the facade of the rest of the city, yes, Tormy is correct. They're not really even trying to give this appearance. You can tell this building is made of very old stone.
Well,
Looks
this is
like it could use some upkeep. The windows are kind of dingy, not so dingy you can't see through them, but
I said middle of the road, not run down.
Well, it's not run down. It's as you're looking at it, yeah, it looks like it could use some upkeep, but other than that, it's nothing major. Like a few cracked stones here, a little dirty windows, as if they haven't cleaned it in a hot minute.
That's gross.
But as you,
Yeah, no. Nope.
you're not gonna go in.
Nope.
Nope.
Fair enough.
It hasn't been cleaned. I don't want to see the rooms.
I would like a clean room, preferably. This is
Sounds
why
like
I
a-
I would
said
like a room
middle
with-
of the road, not run down, but
I would like a room without a dead body.
Oh, there's no dead bodies, but the roaches have beds, not the other way around.
The roaches have beds. Got it. You just walk
with
in
my
the
luck,
room, you
there
see
would
a
be a
roach
hole in the
sitting.
ceiling right above my bed, and it'll rain.
You walk into a room, you just see a roach sitting on the bed. What's up, bub?
Nope. Nope.
every
Not staying.
every room comes with a complimentary guy with a knife. Oh,
Every room is themed after a dragon part.
Hi, my name's Stabby Stabby. I'll be your complimentary stabber today.
I will find a nicer place.
You move on. This time, walking, just a couple more blocks. Sitting on the corner. Again, this building doesn't really match the facade of the city. It looks like just a nice, cozy little cottage.
Nope, that's a prostitute then.
It does not blend in at all. In fact, where every other place you've passed looks like it belongs in this city, this inn,
is made
while
of
of
candy.
a decent size, has a nice, lush green lawn, flowers out front.
Told you it's a prostitute den.
The sign above has no pictures. It just says the Sleeping Willow Inn.
Nope.
Yeah, nope. I agree.
What's wrong with this one?
The name.
Nope. Nope.
Too nice.
It's the name. The Sleeping Willow. No. Bad vibes. Ever heard of the Whomping Willow? No.
Okay.
Tyler's getting pissed off.
Not pissed off, just now I'm like
Like a damn inn.
thinking.
It can't be too nice, but it can't be too ugly.
You keep walking, I guess.
It can't be perfect, but it can't be trash.
Without realizing it, you have wandered the city long enough that you're now standing at a building. Looks like a standard, home. But it's the size of the buildings around it. And it just says the crossing
Nope.
on its sign. The windows are nice and pristine. There are a couple torches in the doorway that have been lit as it's gotten darker and darker. And you can see through these windows a male silver dragonborn standing at the reception desk.
Nope.
Kind of thin, not real muscly. He's not even wearing any armor of any kind. He's just
Nope.
talking with some guests. If you say nope one more time, I'm going to have a dragon attack you right now.
Nope.
Not them, just you specifically.
Nope.
Let me finish first.
Nope.
He's just talking to some of the guests. You can see someone signing into a ledger, and he hands them a key. You see them kind of wander away, and through the other window, you can see they head up a set of stairs.
Everything looks clean inside.
Yes.
That's suspicious.
Just suspicious of everything in this part.
Pretty much.
Like you got a wild hair up your ass, Wade.
Hey.
I know, later tonight, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's go in.
As you guys walk in, the Dragonborn just looks at you and he smiles and he says, "Well, you've arrived just in time. I was actually getting ready to head out for the evening. What can I do for you?"
2 rooms.
All right. And you see, he starts looking through the ledger and he says, "Unfortunately, the only 2 rooms we have at the moment are adjoining each other. So there will be a doorway between the 2 rooms on the inside. Is that an issue for you?"
No, that's fine.
Perfect.
We won't be opening the door anyway.
Well, and how long will you be staying with us?
That is unknown at the moment.
Well,
But I
if
would
you'd like, we do
guess
have a per night rate.
I was gonna say I guess we'll probably be here what, a few days?
I'd say put us down for 3 and continue on from there.
Yeah.
Very well. He turns around, walks to a wall where there are a bunch of keys hanging, or should be hanging. You see it's practically empty, as to suggest that, the inn is mostly full. He pulls off 2 keys. He walks over, sets them on the counter, looks in his ledger again, and you see him trace a line across the page, taps it, and he says, "All right, for 3 nights, that'll be 50 gold."
Hand in 50 gold.
He takes the coin, sticks it in a little pouch, and then hands you the keys. You'll find your rooms are just up the stairs, down the hall. Take a left at the end, and it'll be the 3rd door on the left.
Are y'all serving dinner?
We do have room service as well. You are more than welcome to order it. All you have to do is, once you get to your rooms and settle in, there will be a notepad sitting on the bedside stands. Write down what it is you want from the menu that is provided as well, and it will be sent to the kitchen and will be brought to you shortly.
Okay. Let's head up to our rooms.
Head on up.
You guys get to your rooms and walk in. You see that despite the building itself looking kind of, standard-ish, the rooms are really nice. They've got 2 beds in each room. There are magical lamps that turn on and off with a simple tap. The notepad is there. There's a menu next to it, as described to you earlier from the receptionist. And on the adjoining wall between the 2 rooms, there is a simple door that will allow you access in and out.
Okay. So, when we happen to be resting for the night, I'm gonna put picker on our door, and I'm gonna put Which one am I gonna put on the other door?
Your tiny servant.
I was gonna go with where did I put the names?
I could always pull something out of my gray bag of tricks to alert us. Not that we don't all have weapons of warning.
I but I could put blaster on the other door.
Put what?
That's right. You've only really seen Buckler. So he pulls out this frog that is mechanical
I want the
and
frog.
and just this is Blaster. We haven't really made use of him, but he just sets him down. You can watch the other room while Picker's in this one.
Okay. But why would the Thieves Guild want to meet us at midnight at their headquarters?
Like 3 reasons. Were the only positive one that I can think of is they might be the ones that set out this entire thread for our that started us on this entire little endeavor.
Oh, you think they put out the contract?
They could have. The only benevolent one. There's also the idea of, we've been being watched, as you put it, pretty much since we got off the boat. So could be trying to make quick coin off of us.
So, you now have about 3 hours. You gonna try and get some rest beforehand, or what are you planning on doing?
Yes.
For a short rest, yeah. 2.5 hours and then make our way. We shouldn't be too far off from it, right?
You look at the map and you can actually see that the Thieves Guild is literally a block away.
Going up a little bit early is good, isn't it?
A little early, yeah.
How's that saying go? Something about you're on time if you're early, you're late if you're on time, and if you're late, don't show up. Something like that.
Yep. Yeah, something like that.
So let's live by that for at least tonight.
All right.
As you guys settle down to take your short rest, time passes in what seems a relatively quick manner. As you're getting up and everything, you head out and walk the couple hundred or so feet that is a block away. Find yourself standing right outside the Thieves Guild. As you get there, tell you're being watched.
Of course we are.
So what are
That's
you?
how it
We're new to
always
town.
goes.
They have to figure out why we're here.
Oh, and the third reason could have been that that note wasn't meant for us, and we just took it.
It looked like he was gesturing to us. Hours earlier, after you guys had already walked away, there was a dude just walking up. He was like, "It was supposed to be here. Where's it at?" You guys hear again in that odd language that you can't seem to understand. Everyone, save for Drackery.
Wait, what language is it?
It's Thieves'
It's
Cant.
Thieves' Cant.
Just sounds like jargon to the rest of us.
Yeah.
I'll say she's got a good variety of languages up in her.
I know, but I checked. You don't have Thieves' Cant.
Damn.
They don't believe you, though.
No.
Two ways of getting it.
But say I
And
have
what
common, deep speech, draconic, elvish, orc, and primordial.
Oh.
what are they saying? Thieves' Cant.
Essentially, it is to the effect of, who are you? Why are you here? And no sudden movements. We see your hands reach for those weapons. We will open fire.
We were told to be here at midnight. And Thieves' Cant back to him.
You hear a little bit of movement. Then about 10 minutes pass, and the door swings open. And you hear in common, "Well, don't just stand there all night. We're always being watched. Get in here."
Walk in.
Follow up.
I don't like his tone.
And as we walk in, I'm immediately finding every way out of the room. Or any hidden doors or spots.
That are available.
You're, looking and scanning and everything. You actually see there are 4 trap doors, 3 false windows, and 2 escape exits out the roof.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yup. Now, with that being said, the person who gestured you inside
Is dead.
Stabby looks at you all, lowers their hood and their mask. You are greeted by a Ganassi, a fire Ganassi. Just kind of looks at you, says, "I see you got the note."
Kind of hard to miss the note.
Yes. You called this meeting?
Our boss wants to know what brings you to the city. We like to keep tabs on all new people who we've not seen before. And you can tell he's just kind of eyeing Junker.
Through our earring mental link, do we want to give them that information?
No.
We're just here looking for a friend.
Smart lie.
Okay. Roll me a deception, please.
Well, it's a good thing I made that my proficiency today.
I straight up just rolled a nat 20 in that. Just rolling for shits and giggles.
Who rolled a nat 20?
Fish just rolled a nat 20 for the barbarian.
Rolling fish! Rolling fish!
I just rolled the dice to roll the dice and it was a fucking nat 20.
Yeah, Mom!
And
21.
shut up.
What was it, sir?
You see that?
21.
He just kind of looks at you, and you can tell he does not believe you in any sort of way. But he just goes, and this friend, I take it, he's in a fair bit of trouble then to have outsiders come to the city.
Well, clearly.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys just ignore my natural sass.
He looks your group over again. Says, "Wait here, I'll be right back." And you see him wander down a hallway into a room, and you hear kind of muffled voices. And then he comes back about 5 minutes later. All right. The boss says to watch yourselves. Don't try and interfere in anything that you're not meant to be involved in. Other than that, we'll leave you be.
Through the earring mental link. More to Junker than anybody else. Drackery says, should we try and use them to help us?
Don't ask the sass bunny.
Stormy?
Tormy, Tormy.
I muted my mic. So there's a thing to think about here. Yes, this place works on you don't you don't bring problems, there won't be problems, but it is a pirate city. It means there's factions, which means if it's not their faction that's the one that's being if they're not the ones that did this, they might be all for a little bit of play.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Keep in mind, that's also what got me sold the last time.
I still can't believe you were sold.
I got out of it.
Well, also, I was thinking about um they say if we don't step on their toes, then they won't be a problem to us. But it could potentially step on their toes. So if we ask them to help us find this person,
If they happen to know the person and it doesn't happen to be their toes we're stepping on, it might be doing them a favor.
Exactly. But there's the question of we could possibly be stepping on their toes as well. It goes in both ways. All
Well,
right.
there's only three ways this shakes out, and the easiest way is the honest way.
All right. Perhaps we could use your help.
He raises an eyebrow in sheer interest. Aye. And how so? And how
We're
much will
looking
you pay?
we're looking for someone who disappeared recently.
There's quite a few of them.
Yeah,
Got
I'm
That's heartening.
sure.
that?
We yeah, that's fair. Um, I believe his name is Lorik.
And as soon as you say the name, his face just kind of goes blank for a minute. And you can see in his eyes that he's clearly thinking about this. We know of Lorik. Didn't realize the bugger went and got himself kidnapped.
Well,
Realize
that's
he was gone?
unsure. That it's unsure if he was kidnapped or he's off on a bender somewhere. I mean, you know Lorik. Likes to bend the elbow.
How much you willing to pay? Our services don't exactly come free, you know.
If you help us find him,
We'll give you the Barbunian.
The fuck you will.
How
through
about
through the mental link. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean,
if if they helped there and all they have to do is give me a pair of boots, I can make them something.
oh,
We could show him the spoon.
think no, I'm thinking you make them spider climb boots
I was thinking elven.
or elven kind, yeah.
We could show him the spoon as a way to show that you actually know how to make things cool.
Well, so uh to the Ganassi. Um well, my friend here is a bit of an artificer. If you gave him your boots, he could turn them into boots of elven kind.
He kind of rubs his chin for a minute. And what exactly would you be asking of us?
Uh,
That's suspicious.
that is a good question. What exactly are we asking him to do?
Is any information he has on the person?
Help us locate, and if it's not one of their territories, they don't have to interfere. But maybe a pathway back to the docks will do us fine.
I like it. I do.
That way,
Uh,
it's not stepping on their toes, but it's also less likely to fall back on them.
And less likely to blow up in our face.
and giving us a pathway back if we need to, yeah, get out of town quickly.
All we need to
Because
do is get back to that dock.
yeah, to the Navy ship. Yep. So yeah, I'll relate that to the Ganassi.
So what I'm understanding is you need information and a secure passage back to your ship. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
I tell you what. Safe passage will guarantee. The information, we'll throw that in for free. What are you wanting to know?
Well, if he was actually kidnapped by another organization, you know, who has him, where he is, help us actually find him.
Help us help you help us.
We can take the action. We just need the right directions.
Any able to cast detect magic?
Yep.
You
I
see
mean,
him
I
just
just
kind of scratch at his face for a minute. Well, he kind of turns his head and looks at someone else, and you hear him make a couple of quick clicks with his tongue. And you see that person kind of bolt out of the room. He says, if he's been kidnapped, we'll know here in about 10 minutes.
Well, you've got about if we've got about 4 hours here, and you have time to kick off your boots, I can start on our side of the payment right now.
He just chuckles and he says, we've all got time. Care for a drink? He says as you see him walking over to a bar-looking structure that has just every bottle of alcohol you can possibly imagine on it.
Did you say booze?
What's your fancy?
Just an audible sigh from Lori.
I'll drink about anything. I'm drinking alcohol that tastes like alcohol with tar in it and mud, and don't ask.
He chuckles, turns around, and reaches for a bottle that doesn't have a label on it.
oh shit.
Small glass, pours a little bit of it, sets it down in front of him, and says, "Try that."
Tarek picks up the glass, takes a sniff.
Please tell me it's what I think it is. Please tell me it's what I think it is.
It is.
Oh shit.
Tarek downs the whole thing.
Great. That requires a DC 18 Wisdom save. First of all.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're a little more familiar with this drink than I am, sir. So
I'm not carrying him home.
I meet.
Oh, 7, 8 again.
I meet the save.
You win, Daddy.
You hit an 18.
Exactly 18. Oh, that one's easy. Especially when I roll nat 20s twice in a day. That would be a nat 20 for 27.
Well, he's not passed the fuck out.
Right?
But you just
The
got
Nazi
kicked in the
looks at you.
face.
right? The Ganassi looks at you and says, "You like it?"
Yeah, fucking good.
Do not give him another one.
He pours another, and
Oh my lord.
what about the rest of you?
I'm good right now.
You drink
As-
that other one.
As a sign of respect, do you just have some Potter's finest?
Turns around, grabs another bottle, and pours a glass, and just clink. There you go.
Drinks Smith and
Thinnerous. You just missed the Bunbarian drinking Dragon's Breath.
And there's another glass in front of him that I'm considering having him drink as well.
Yes,
Swear
yes.
everything holy. You drink
Yes,
another drink, I
please,
will kill you.
please drink it again.
Oh, I am really sorry, guys.
You're
You're
good.
all
Fine,
good,
buddy.
Oh,
We've all had that happen.
mm.
Oh, you
Did you
fell
fall
asleep.
night?
I laid down at 5:30 for a nap because I was passing out my chair and I did not wake up until just now.
It's all
You
good.
fell
Even
night.
Even though my brother came in and was like, "Yeah, it's time to get up." No, that didn't happen.
Well, to catch you up to speed, you guys have been given another mission by the Order to find a missing traitor. You were given passage to Shadows Bay, which is where you are currently. But you are at the Thieves Guild. A deal has been struck, and now we're trying to make the Bunbarian pass out from Dragon's Breath.
And
Okay,
if he does, Lori will probably shank him.
He might like that.
what is the deal that's been struck? Just so I'm aware.
So
They're
go ahead.
they're getting us information on where the person is, if they've been kidnapped, and if they've been kidnapped, where they're being held, so that we can do the physical work, and then they
They get all the
secure us.
glory.
They secure us a passage back to the docks, so that we can get the fuck out if everything goes wrong.
What was levied?
I'm making boots.
I'm making boots.
Tarek drinks the other drink.
We managed to trade our way into the deal.
Okay.
Although over the table, I have gold that if I had to actually pay them, we could. But
I
Making
mean,
boots is so much
pair of,
easier.
pair of
You-
boots for
You tossed
everything.
me 1,500. Let me cover this.
Yeah, I have like another 20 grand on me.
no, that's nothing, dude. That's literally nothing.
Yeah, no. Like,
I mean, Tarek has 10,000 platinum.
where we were going, I went, I'm going to spend all of my money so that I can't lose it there.
All right, so
Tarek drinks the dragon breath.
Wait,
So
did
where
he
are you
also
guys
say-
currently
did-
sitting?
we're in the
In-
Thieves Guild.
You're still in the Thieves Guild trying to get Tarek drunk?
Well, they offered
Waiting
us
on information.
drinks. We're waiting on information to come back, and it gives Tormy time. We're gonna be here at least 4 hours for Tormy to make the boots. So
Oh. Good. Then why are we doing all that shit? I'm gonna find my green item.
did you get your proficiency as well?
I did. I went proficiency in persuasion and I just haven't chose my green item.
Fair enough. All right. So, first off, does Tarek take the second drink?
Yes.
Wrong move, fool.
He is very drunk. I have to take that in consideration.
Goo goo gaga. Goo goo gaga goo.
22.
Roll me that wisdom save.
I have to nat 20. I have a plus 0 on this. And that wasn't it. 15.
Miss
Wait, 15 for the con?
No, for the wisdom.
Oh, 15 for the wisdom save?
Yeah. Yeah, that. I just nat 20 the fucking con save.
No, you don't get the con.
I know. I had to get that roll second though, didn't I? That would have been another 27 for my con.
Roll a d4.
D4 for damage.
How long he's out?
A 1. That's fine. I can do this at least 3 more times.
Can I
Eric
smack
just
him?
kind of drops to the floor. The Ganassi starts laughing. And I mean heavily laughing. And he just kind of leans over, looks at him, and goes, "Well, I guess he couldn't handle his alcohol, now could he?"
I know that stuff well. No. Nope. Don't touch it. I know better.
He chuckles again. And he then goes, sits down, and kicks off his boots, and then he just plunks them right down in front of Junker. Says, "Yeah, we've got a while." About 15 minutes later, the guy who left comes back and makes the clicking noise with his tongue to the Ganassi, and then goes, "Well, damn."
What?
Here? I hope all of you are fighters, because getting to him's gonna be kind of tough.
Oh, that's the fun part.
He
Well,
reaches into his jacket and pulls out a map, and he rolls or unrolls it, and he goes, and he circles a big section of the city, and he goes, "He's somewhere in this location, or in this general area." The reason I asked if one of y'all can use detect magic is because carries with him an amulet that once detect magic is used anywhere near it, it lights up like a bonfire. It's gonna be the easiest way for you to find him. Be warned.
Question.
Gonna be really uncomfortable for me.
Over the table. Is this a traitor to the member of the order?
Not traitor, trader.
Like
Like a
he
merchant.
trades items.
Oh, okay.
Tradesman.
Oh.
You're good.
No, it's good. Did we perchance get anything off of the order that might have belonged to him?
Nope.
Just his name.
Yeah, just his name.
yeah, they literally gave us 0 information this time. Literally, hey, we're sending you to find this person that disappeared.
Here's his name. No general description either.
Okay.
Their test. Basically,
Fantastic.
they're testing our training that we've been going through.
Essentially, yes. His name, by
Bastard.
the way, for you, Fenris, is Loric.
Loric. Okay.
Loric. Yep.
Yeah, let me grab my book out because I gotta write that down. I've been slacking on notes the last few sessions.
All good, buddy.
The biggest slacker is me.
But the Ganassi points and he says, "Be very careful here, though. That's a portion of the city we call Slaver's Alley."
Fuck.
May I see that map?
Slides it over to you.
Takes it. I'm going to how well is the map made?
It is a professionally made map. Like, it was made by one of the best map makers in the city, and it is used by the Thieves Guild exclusively.
Perfect.
So it's gonna be even more detailed than just a
Yep.
normal city map.
Then what I'm going to do is locating Slaver's Alley, I'm going to look for locations that might benefit us to approach from.
Okay.
As ooh, I've got a good idea. All right. Drackery pulls out his forger's kit and starts copying the map, the area that they circled, and a little bit around it.
As you're copying as you're copying this map, everything you're drawing, as soon as you're done drawing it, it fades. And the Ganassi just kind of looks at you and says, "This map that you're trying to copy is enchanted.
Shit.
You're not going to be able to use your own paper for that. Now, if you promise to copy
Junker.
that area only, I've got the parchment you can use."
Yes, I just want this area, a little bit around this area. That way we have our ins and outs and everything.
He gets up, walks over to a door, and he walks
Oh, not one of the fake windows.
Nah. He walks into a door, and then you
That must
hear
have hurt.
some. you hear some ruffling around. Comes back about 2 minutes later, and hands you this thin strip of parchment that's wide enough for you to copy what it is you're wanting to copy.
All right. I will copy that section of the map and a little bit surrounding it so that we have a map of the area as well.
And as soon as you're done making your copy, it too fades, but you looking at it can tell that it's not gone. It's meant as an enchantment for your eyes only type deal. And the Ganassi explains this to you
Our
and
group's eyes.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Ganassi then explains to you how the magic works and hides it from any who shouldn't be looking at it. And he says, just tap it 2 times with your finger and it will reappear.
I solemnly swear I am up to no good.
Pretty much. Marauder's map.
I hand the which character are you playing in this one?
Fenris or Thorin?
Thorin.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
No, I don't.
He'll hand you the copy of the map.
Okay.
That way, since we do all of our planning together, and you normally come up with the great ideas, I'll just go ahead and hand you the map.
All right.
That way we have a copy of that area and know all ways in and out.
Okay, so since we have our copy, I'm gonna continue to look at the main copy after he's done translating that little portion. Any locations around Slaver's Alley that would make for a decent entrance without being on like the main thoroughfare.
As you're looking at it and looking over it, you notice that there's an entrance on the main thoroughfare, but if you follow the thoroughfare back about 50 feet, there's
Mm-hmm.
a small little alley that goes behind everything and then pops out into Slaver's Alley.
Okay.
And what's more, looking at the map, Slaver's Alley is kind of a misnomer, as it's not an alley per se, but more of a cul-de-sac type deal of different buildings and a couple stalls.
Do y'all
Okay.
have um do y'all have any maps of the sewer in that area around that?
The Ganassi just kind of looks at you with this look of, you seriously are asking us that? And
I don't. I know. I understand that's not your section of the sewers.
he takes the main map, flips it over, taps it twice, and the entirety of the underground portion of the city comes into view.
Wow. You have the whole city?
Powder's Beast Skeleton.
We've been at this for quite a long time.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Yeah. To my knowledge, it's very rare to have the whole city, because normally it's held by different factions. Parts of it are held by different factions, and they don't like their areas mapped. This is perfect.
Our boss has been running things for a couple centuries now.
Let me see that piece of parchment again, Thorn.
Yep. Hand it back.
Flips it over and does the same thing that their map is, the sewers of that section, just like I have on the other side.
Okay.
And then hand it back to Thorn. This is perfect. We have all entrances, all exits. That gives us information. The question is, which way will we need to go to
Need
how
to
am
go.
I trying to put this? Which way would we need to go if things go bad and we need to get out quickly? Where would our uh, escort start or path start?
He flips the map back over. There's no way to get to the port from the sewers. Your easiest route. And he puts his finger at the main entrance to the Slaver's Alley section of the city. Easiest escape route. Get here. That way you're on the main thoroughfare, because most of them won't leave that area. Concern for their lives. And he traces with his finger a path leading from that spot in the northernmost section of the city all the way back to the port. And you see that that path kind of overlaps the Thieves Guild itself.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah. Uh, and we have in.
And we have what?
You good there, Thinris?
Did we lose Thinner's?
I think so.
His internet probably crashed. Okay. We still have several hours, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have I'd say been sitting here for about 3 hours
No.
going, hello.
There you go.
You're welcome back.
Yay. Okay. Sorry about that. Net decided to
good.
take a hiccup. So if I'm understanding this correct, we could get in via the pathway that was the back section that leads to the Slaver's Alley or the sewers, correct?
Correct.
But we can't get from Slaver's Alley to the dock via the sewers.
No.
Correct.
Okay.
But we could if we needed to use the sewers to get back like here,
Yeah.
we could.
I say we take the road we take above ground to get in and the sewers to get out.
The Ganassi just kind of raises his hands and he's like, how you do it's on you. But I don't think it's necessary to remind you we've never met.
Who are you again?
Babbling.
No.
I mean, technically, we never really did meet because there was no introductions done.
Tyler, I sent you a DM, bud.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay. Then, with that knowledge, I would have already handed this item off. Tormy,
Hmm.
I need you to add a ring of shared suffering to your character and attune to it while we've been sitting here.
Wee.
Shared suffering, really?
Uh-huh. I'm gonna be taking half of Tormy's damage from now on.
Kind of unfair.
Considering the man is like literally
Made of paper.
literally
Made of paper.
he seriously is. Literally, he takes double damage from melee attacks. And we've been told more than once that we need to make sure that Junker stays alive. So with that in mind, he's
Pretty sure he wasn't in any of the games where that took place.
Nope, I've only played this character twice. This is my
Yeah.
third time
okay.
because
So
it's the only time that I've been able to.
it was either that or removable rod, and I didn't take the removable rod.
That's kind of kinky.
It would be.
Just remove the rod inside of him.
All
All
right.
right. So you said above ground in, sewer out.
Yep.
But we also don't know who owns that part of the sewer. Who owns that part of the sewer? As he looks toward the Ganassi.
He just kind of chuckles. That'd be
All right.
us.
Good. All right. That's why. Wait. Y'all own the whole sewer?
We found it as easier to get around.
Kind of disgusting.
I mean,
That's why they have the whole sewer, cause they own it all. That totally works out.
it does. All right. So, should we be on it then?
If we're coming back in the sewers and we're coming through here, do y'all have a back door to the sewer in the building?
Do y'all have a shower or a bath?
I got that covered.
He, the Ganassi kind of just gets up, walks over to one of the fake windows, knocks twice, and you hear a second double knock from the other side, and it opens, revealing about a 30-foot drop with a ladder attached to the side wall. He says, "Right here."
Okay, so
If you happen to hear a frantic, very fast 15 knocks in a row, that's us.
I'll keep it
I'll
in
use
mind.
my bunny feet.
all right. So that's what we'll do. We'll come back up through here on the way out.
All right.
Oh.
Well, now that you guys have everything sorted,
Mm-hmm.
the Ganassi just kind of looks at you and says, "Daybreak's approaching. Y'all best be getting if you don't want any questioning looks."
Yep.
Sounds good.
Head back to the inn.
Okay.
We
As
heading
you
back.
all say what?
I was gonna say we're heading. Are we heading back to the inn? Or are we starting this thing?
I mean, it is almost midnight, so
Oh. Yeah.
and I do have to work tomorrow. So,
Yeah,
My
I
bad.
have an early shift tomorrow too.
Okay.
you guys head back to the inn, get settled in your rooms once more. You order some food, eat, all that.
I'm actually gonna take some time before sleep
Okay.
to uh investigate the area around the just keep an eye out around the inn.
Looking for.
Anybody looking for our group?
Oh, yeah. We've been watched the whole time since we got off the ship, basically.
Oh.
I know we're being watched.
Oh yeah, because you joined after it had been stated. Yeah, the Thieves Guild has been watching you guys since you got off your ship.
Yeah,
Because
I knew that.
Hello.
yeah,
But
they
I'm glad to know it was you and not someone else.
right. Um, but yeah, so essentially the Thieves Guild's been watching you guys since you got off the ship. They made the little meeting thing happen, and they're like, "Hey,
Mhm.
as long as you don't get in our way and get involved in things that you're not supposed to be involved in, we'll leave you be."
Okay.
And that's when I decided, you know what, let's tell them who we're looking for, let them help us so we're not stepping on their toes, and possibly helping them out with another situation, with another faction.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, you get settled in all this, and this is
And
where we'll. Oh, go ahead.
Tormy was going to set up Night Watch with
Yeah,
his
that's
mechanical.
Yeah.
literally we have uh the metal pseudo dragon on one door and the metal frog on the other.
And I have the spoon.
The spoon, yes.
That's
You're the
already halfway gone.
you're
And Tarek has a headache.
Eric is in the doghouse even more than he was beforehand.
You're sleeping on the floor.
He was probably gonna do that anyway.
Oh, lovely. So yeah, as I said,
They don't talk very much.
you guys are settled in for the night. That is where we will pick up next time.
Which I will probably not be at.
Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If you find this style of game interesting and want to try it out, please feel free to join our server where we go in depth with a lot of things. Or you can join the games yourself. Like I said, just join our Discord and the link will be below. Other than that, have a great night and may the dice be ever in your favor.
Feels like the
Toodles.
Hunger Games.